Hey, it's Matt. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Or many like it, but this one's mine. Today's t-shirt, Freddie Mercury. Check out these guns. Look at this. Yeah. Great, right? Anyway, there was a time back in the, I don't know, 70s and 80s where one would not, here in the United States, be wearing a Freddie Mercury t-shirt because America was a very different place back then in regards to a person's sexuality, regardless of whether or not they were the most talented frontman in history, which, in my opinion, Man of My Shirt was. America wasn't ready for his, his sexual identity to be presented so front and center. I remember being a youth of, I think, 14 years old and having MTV on and seeing the video for I Want to Break Free, like, I don't know, probably a handful of times before MTV pulled it for being too risque, just because the guys in Queen were dressed in drag, parodying a famous English TV show. And oh my God, America was just outraged. There was Freddie in a dress with his mustache, and I don't know, I think it's hilarious. I thought it was hilarious then. But it's really weird that you can look back on a time when things were so different. There's an episode of the Monkees back in the 60s where, in fact, I think several episodes where the boys dressed in drag, and I don't know, there wasn't as much outrage to the best of my knowledge about it, but weird. Things are different now, and in some cases I think it's better because, Freddie's sexuality never mattered to me, and now it's like people recognize that he was a genius, and it's like, dude, who cares? It's, let him do his thing, not hurting me, not hurting anybody. It's his life. But the fact that a lot of people kind of turn their back on Queen, and especially in this country, were unwilling to admit that they were fans just because of Freddie's sexuality. A little silly, but I remember earlier than that borrowing a friend's copy of the News of the World album, which I think came out in 77 or 78, right around there, and carrying it back from his house to my house down the alley and having it slip out of the sleeve. Oh, I don't know what I did to replace it, but I think somehow we replaced it. But it was just a different time. The period in the late 70s before Freddie grew out the mustache, it wasn't as obvious to Americans what was going on, I don't think, or they just chose to ignore it. But once that look, that Village People look, the short hair and the mustache kind of came along, everybody was like, okay, this is a symbol of, homosexual behavior, and America just like freaked out. So it's just things are better in that aspect now that, and it's also, things are also better in the aspect now that Queen is finally gotten their just desserts as being, in my opinion, the best band of all time. Better than the Beatles, hands down. Hands down. And I'll fight you over that. Yeah. So I started doing a little bit of work down in the basement to try to give myself a little space, a little area to do a little recording and some music and stuff, and it's coming along slowly. I watched some videos yesterday in regards to I want to try to close off the ceiling. I've just got some beams, and I want to make it look a little bit more pretty, because to me that's just as important as being functional. Things must be pretty. So I'm kicking around some ideas on how to make that happen. And I'm going to keep plugging away one day at a time, and we'll see where it ends up. I will keep you guys posted as the process. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Cheers.